What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Dead Yuri's Cave. I've decided to call him Dead Yuri. I felt like he needed a pirate name, and so a pirate name he now has. You know what? I think the flashlight left a part behind. I was thinking maybe I don't actually need the torch. Maybe I just bring the flashlight with me everywhere. It seemed like a pretty positive point to make. I just ate a plant, too, that I found on the ground. It was covered in doit. I went and got the other sword from up there, and I think I found another place where there's a couple more artifacts and things like that. I figure, oh, look at that. Does it recharge in the sun, maybe? I think it must. I'm thinking it must recharge in the sun, so we probably don't want to rely on this one too heavily. I'll probably keep the torch with me just in case. Can I not light this right here? How do I light this? Oh, man. I really hope I don't have to walk back to, like... Oh, man. Can I drop it in the fire, maybe, and that'll light it? I drop you! Yay, it worked! Oh, I'm so happy that worked. You get used to the game where, like, the game works in kind of an odd way where things interact with each other in the real world, and then they also interact with each other in your inventory. And so once you start fiddling around with stuff, the developers have actually done a pretty good job of making sure everything interacts the way you would expect it to. I like that. I find that to be a lot of fun. So we've got a big-ass key in here. I still have no idea what that goes for. I was talking to some people on the forums, and I'm pretty sure the game ends at some point. It seems like there's a point where the game is like, it's over, which means that if that is indeed true, there are things that we have not discovered, and so I don't feel good about breaking off the series just yet. I want to explore a little bit more. I think it's nighttime right now. It's looking cold as hell out there, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and sleep the night away since it's colder than penguin toes in this bitch. How do penguins keep their toes warm? Do they just roll like their belly fat over the top of it? Because I see them, and they do seem pretty well insulated, except for the toes. Those are in constant contact with the ice, and so they just have really, really resilient toes. I don't know. I was at the zoo one time, and the penguins attacked the guy that was feeding them. It was pretty amazing. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. They were like the big emperor penguins that were like 3 feet tall or whatever. Like, they were bigger as far as penguins go, and they had like the little gangster head tufts where they were like, rah. And so anyways, the guy goes in there with the bucket to start feeding him, right? And he starts throwing fish out. Well, this sends the penguins into like this big Zerg mob all around him. And so there's like 100 penguins around this poor guy in waders who's trying to, I'm sure he was an intern. There's no way that this guy is the actual like zoologist or biologist, whoever is that. There's no way this guy was like the official on the payroll human being. And because he looked like he looked like he wanted to be in there and did not want to be in there all at the exact same time. Like, it didn't look like this was his job. This looked like something that somebody had sprung on him and was like, guess what, you're going in the penguin tank. And he was like, oh man. And so anyways, he goes in there, he's got the bucket of fish, and he's throwing fish out to the penguins, and he dumps like a big blob of fish, and they all mob on that, and they start eating it. And then the penguins decide that he's not distributing the food fast enough. And so one of them pecks him in the ass. It's just like, ah! And I see him, like, swat at it. And he's like, it obviously hurt because he flinched and he swatted at the penguin. Which I don't know if you're supposed to swat penguins. I have no idea, like, is that, like, a thing you do to penguins when they act hella rowdy? You're just like, ah! And then you give them, like, a little love tap? Or, like, what do you do with a penguin that has decided he's done with your bullshit, you know? I don't know. I have no idea what the proper course of action is if you were assaulted by a penguin. The thing that I wanted is up here. You see that little beacon right there? There's a beacon over here, and it leads to the place that I want to be. I tried using the key on the little portal thing over there. It didn't work out so great. Did not work out so great. The plan failed. The plan failed. Oh, look, you can walk right up these rocks. Well, that's good. That makes me happy. There's some wires sticking out over here. I don't know how helpful those are going to be, but I feel like I should probably cut them off. Have we even used the wires yet? I don't think we've used the wires for, like, anything just yet. What is this? It's a photo of a car. I think all the photos are the same right now. That's what I'm leaning towards. I think this over here we have not yet discovered. There's a rock. And there's like a thing over here. I'm going to jump over. You're going to make me break out the teleporter for something as simple as this, aren't you? Yep, the game is going to. So to finish my penguin story. And the second the first penguin, like, bit him, and then he swatted at it, all the other penguins were like, oh, hell no. And so it popped off. They were like, "Penguin riot!" And then they all just like started pecking on him and like going crazy. And he just like dumped the fish and then like took off for the little staff door. He left the bucket in there too. It was pretty hilarious. I was like, man, you just got mobbed on by a bunch of flightless birds. How do you feel right now? Left behind. Who are we really doing this for? Ourselves or for the future of humanity or for the delusional elite? I think we actually read that one already. Which is weird though, because that means, let me have freedom! Freedom! It seems such a shame to have to teleport like 2 feet. The elite have all sullied their hands in different ways. Yeah, I think we've already read these ones. So maybe I'm just an idiot and I walked right by this part over here and didn't pick it up. I don't know. There's like food and like cans and other stuff over here. I think it's probably a smart idea to catalog that. So I came along, I left Earth all those years ago. That last breath, I left them behind. All the billions abandoned in the soon-to-be wreckage they call home. Yeah, I don't know if I could get excited about the fact that somebody else got picked to go into space and like keep our species alive. I'd be kind of bummed out. I'd be like, man, y'all suck. I'd be kind of bummed out about it. So there's some wires over here just like sprouting out of this thing. There's some more food though. I'll take that. No, I don't want to break it open. I want to put it in my inventory. Thank you. I do like the crafting system, like, once you get used to it. Once you get used to it, it's actually a pretty intuitive crafting system. But it's a little odd when you first start fiddling with it. So you're like, wait, if I mouse over this part, then this happens. If I mouse over this part, then this happens. And it takes some, like, you've got to convince your brain that different things are not happening each time you click the item. And you just kind of, like, got to fiddle with it, I guess. So here's our rocket. This thing over here, you know how we have that little switch over there that we can flick? You can do it multiple times. I flicked that switch like 38 times now, and it keeps shooting lasers into the sky. I don't know exactly who I'm bombarding, but bombarding somebody. Oh, I'm gonna get up on the roof. Hold on. Yeah! Oh, I'm on the roof now. Yeah, buddy. Creative solutions to complicated problems with Splattercat. I don't really need to be on the roof right now. It's just as an ex-roofer, I feel like it's the place where I belong. Looking down on the rest of the masses, condescendingly. You there with your snobby shirt. Look up at me, peasant, for I repair the thing that keeps the rain off of your head. So I don't know if there's like more parts around. I'm not completely and totally convinced that we can repair the rocket thingy right now. Ow. Fell off the roof. It's like the #1 rule of roofing is don't fall off the roof. I'll probably just eat a shit ton over here. Just gorge myself on this weird snotty substance, and then we'll continue forward. This leaves us with a couple of options, and I don't really know what everybody's down for. We can go back into the caves, and we can see if breaking down that wall takes us to a new location. I don't think that it will. My guess is that it's probably just going to have an artifact or something there behind it. In addition, on our way back, we could check out that little cave that we came in through. People said that maybe I could fire the disc over the top of it, and that I had failed to try, and they had casted many aspersions upon my intelligence. Therefore, I feel like it's probably, as part of defending my honor, I should go do this. It seems like it's kind of hot out right now. You know it's bad when your eyesight is glowing red. I'd be like, man, it's pretty heated out here right now. It looks like there's a little pagoda thing down there too, so I'm gonna go check that out in a minute as well. Let's go drop off this part though, because I do not relish carrying around more shit than I have to. I am a lazy bastard, and if I can be a lazy bastard less, I would definitely... Ooh, that's not what I needed. Yeah, I don't know if things are like respawning or like things are just around. Either way though, we've installed like... We got 8 more debris, huh? I'm failing to see where the rest of this debris might be at. Is it available yet? Is my main question. Like, is this something that we can actually have? Looks like we got a pipe running down this way. And it goes to some separate buildings down here that we may not have actually plumbed just yet. There's a keyhole. Find a way into the building to investigate the cable. The crossing of roads. Ooh, that might be another travel zone then. How did I miss this the whole time? See, this is why I decided to look around in between episodes, because I felt like I probably hadn't gotten it all yet. Oh, hey, there's a slot right there. I don't know if I can actually make this shot. This one seems a little bit more sketchy. Hold on, I'm gonna get on top of this rock. There's another spaceship over here, too. I think I've already been to this one, though. This one looks familiar. Spaceship, I know your tricks, don't lie. Oh, this might work. This might work. It does raise the question how the hell I get out after I do this, but... Actually, if I can land it right there, that's how the hell I get out. Damn, this is gonna hurt. So we got some bread right here. We've got a relic of aqua. Cool. We've got a Skyrim helmet and a bunch of food. Alright, whatever. I'll take it. I do want the Skyrim helmet, though. I wish I could put that on. I would wear it. If I was exploring this area and I found a helmet on a tomb, I'm totally going to wear it. This is like half the things I've wanted to do in my life all in one room. Explore a tomb, get lots of free food, and also have an awesome Viking helmet. There's things that I desire. The blue one. Brought upon us by the sky ones, made of metal he was. Stories of his home in the fields of blue he carried. Killed himself he did. Why are you talking like Yoda? Killed himself he did. Like, why you... Oh, no. Oh, this is unfortunate. Woo! I survive! I survive! I thought I left one up on top of the building, but I must have accidentally fired one. I wanted that helmet, though. I might get cursed. There's a possibility that I might receive some form of curse by doing this, but I'm totally going to if I ever see a helmet on a tomb. So, if you like your parents or your grandparents or your friends' tombs, don't put helmets on top of them. I'm going to defile the shit out of them. Here lies Maya the herbalist, passed away age 35 on Galea. Maya was actually just a big stoner. She called herself the herbalist because everybody else was too primitive to realize she just sat around all day smoking weed, but go figure. I never really thought to follow the pipe. That was kind of stupid. At least last episode we didn't waste too much time. I looked around. Oh, there was actually a little trail that went over here too. Well, now I just feel like the clan idiot. Okay. We've got the key. It worked! I like how they added the LEDs to the keys just to make it seem more fancy. I respect that. That's pretty... Ooh, there's another building over here. What's down in there? Why is the temperature dropping so rapidly? Must be because I'm not in the sun, I guess. I don't know. Like, how is my inventory looking right now? It's kind of full. It's kind of full.
Reminder, mission objective, reestablishing satellite uplink, highest priority.
Alright, well, let's go down the ladder and find out, I guess. Damn, son, that went way down there. Okay, so we broke this out. This room doesn't look too hostile. It's a little creepy, but... The enlightened... Oh, that's 2 of 2. Hold on, let's do this in chronological order here. The enlightened are the 3 who follow the holy light of the sky ones, unlike the heretic faithless rebels who are forsaken. Look, they have the same problems like we have. They call each other heretics and like blasphemers and also in and out groups and then murder each other. Crazy! Common sociology. Enlightened of the center is Utukuku. Enlightened of the wind is Marduk. Enlightened of the light is Kur. So I'm assuming that's those 3 gods right there. So they got Utuku, they got Kur, and they got Marduk. Marduk is an ancient Babylonian god? I don't remember who Marduk is. Marduk is definitely a god, though. Oh, that's kind of cool. You got to do it multiple times. Huh. And I suppose that's enough room for me to fit through. That guy got his arm through. That's the best he ever accomplished, so we're already way ahead of the curve. What is that right there? An empty pack? Can be filled, needs alien food. Wait, what? I feel like I just wasted calories, but I'm carrying around so much shit that I don't really care. I've stopped being bothered by it. So now that we've broken on through to the other side, in the most Jim Morrison of ways. What did I do? Oh, I don't like that at all. Is that a solid block of ice? Weird. The heights of oscillation. The moment of light. Utuku saw the great Adarsum stand tall astride the land as if it were a horse. He spoke to the wind, and the wind spoke back. It made the mountains move. Utuku saw Adarsum take the lightning in his palm. A river of power cast forth from his finger flowed across the land. And see those murals up there. Somebody's apparently designing Donkey Kong levels or something. This is like one of those 1970s flashlights that dies like 8 seconds after you turn it on. It's a flashlight made by Game Gear. Well, we got all the tower parts. That's good. I feel solid about that. Not like rock solid, but at least we got all like the main objective stuff. I feel like I got a lot of secrets too, but maybe I didn't. I like the music. Bing, 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 bang, bang. Bang, 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 bing, 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 bang, bing, bang. So we're back inside a cave, and it's almost freezing. Goody. Goody, goody gumdrops. What in the hell was Yuri working on down here? The hallways of darkness. You know you can fix that by installing some goddamn lights, right? I'm not trying to be a nitpicky asshole, but this is a thing you have direct control over. I'm just going to drink the water. It's actually not much of a survival game. I think your chances of running out of any of your supplies are pretty slim unless you just really... I don't know, though. I've seen people on the forum say that they can't survive more than a couple days, and I'm just like, how? As far as survival games go, this is definitely one of the easier ones. Okay, well, there's glowing crystals again, so that can't be all bad. Let's go ahead and whip out the torch since we're actually kind of cold right now, and I think that'll offset the fact that we're slowly freezing to death. Give us at least a little bit of warmth in our hand. I'm thinking, like, if this is just, like, the first chapter, and they said there's going to be, like, 5 or 6 of these, this game's going to be pretty long. This is going to be, like, a 12, 13-hour game. Like, seriously. They said they only put in the first couple hours, and they said that it was, like, 1/5 of the game. But this is, like, what, episode number 9 or 10, 25 minutes a pop? So... Oh, it pushes? Huh. Oh, it's on a rail. Oh, now it all makes sense. Those little things right there, they were pushable. And I just didn't even try it. I wonder if we go back to the other place and try and push these. We probably missed a lot of treasure in there is what I'm thinking. There's nothing inside of that little cask thing or whatever the hell it is. This one has a restore pack, though. I'll take it just in case. It looks like we've reached their dinner room. Hooray! Sometimes you gotta poke the sludge just to remind it that, hey, you're supposed to be feeding me right now, so I poke it with a torch. It's like an early cattle prod. Man, I kind of want to go back and do the last dungeon now and get all the stuff that we missed. Now that I know that those can be pushed and... So if I can get up here... What are we trying to accomplish? We probably push... These are of differing heights. You probably push them up to there. And then you stack them on one of another, maybe? That's what I'm leaning towards. It's like, which one is shortest? These ones aren't on rails. Wow, we got good upper body strength. These are made of styrofoam or something. Oh no, the floor is got some kind of like oily slickness. Maybe it's like magical alien powder or something. I don't know. So what we'd want to do is we want to line this up on this side. Okay, now that that's done, we take it and we push it this way. And this might be a long and arduous process. We don't seem to be that good at pushing. And so this one is the shortest. That one's the tallest, I think. I'm a little concerned about why I hear the sounds of movement and destruction and all that kind of stuff, but you know. Music just changed too. A tiny bit worrying. These are just a bunch of restore packs. I'll take the food though. So if we have the tallest one, I think it's the tallest one. Can't tell between these two. I guess there's one way to find out. We push them up next to each other. Let's go! Push it, push it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm gonna do that the entire time we're doing this too, so you better settle on in. You came to me, I didn't come to you. Oh, look at that precision right there. Look at that precision. I planned that. I planned that, Nerd Castle. Alright, so those are next to each other now. They kind of look the same to me. I don't know. Push this thing up against the wall. Whatever. We'll make an arbitrary decision. This one's going to go up against the wall, and then the shorter ones I'm going to push up against it. I'm going to teleport on top of them, and then we should have it covered. For right now, though, it's going to take me a while to, like, wiggle these around. So I'm going to break off the episode right here, and once I've got them all wiggled, I'll come back, because I don't want to bore you with 20 minutes of me sitting around pushing these things. My name is Splattercat. This is the Solus Project. I am very, very pleased so far. This is, like, my sleeper hit right now of the early of the year. Like, I didn't expect, like, I was just going to do a short series on it, because it said it was a survival game, and it looked kind of sci-fi and interesting. And it turned out to be so much better than I expected. My mind is really blown that this hasn't received a lot more press and a lot more people aren't playing it, because it seems like the kind of game that would be blowing up all those random survival channels and stuff. Like, it just seems like that sort of game. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I will see you all next time. Make sure you check the game out down below in the description if you wanted to get it for yourself. It hasn't been completely released yet. Only the first, like, fifth of the gameplay has been released. But when it promises to be released, I think they said it's going to be like 10 or 12 hours, and so far I've been happy. This is one of those games that I would obsessively play till 5 in the morning, so actually, let me fiddle with these blocks, and then maybe we'll be able to finish this off, like, right here. So I came to realize, I'm pretty sure I could just do it with the short one on this side. That one sounded remarkably suggestive, but you know what? Good for you, people that do it with the short ones. Good for you. There we go. So that got me up there. And if that gets me to right here, I'm pretty sure. Ah, there it is. See, I knew I could get it. I knew I could get it. We only needed the short one. I didn't even need to work with all the other ones. I spent all that time pushing those blocks around, and at the end of the day, I didn't even need you, Blocky. It was all good. I think I'll probably open up these chests over here because I've earned them through the right of doing treasure-related activities. My inventory is full. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Oh, it led us back. We're already on our way out, maybe? No, it was just the natural colors made me think that maybe we were leaving the cave. We're following pipe right now. That's all that we're doing, is we're following this little thing wherever it goes. And I honestly don't know how I didn't think of that when I was already running through here, but I didn't think of it. And so I guess when you don't think of something, you just got to admit it and move forward. I'm going to bash the hell out of that can with my hammer. You'd think we'd have some kind of efficient cutting tool, like a sword, to open it with, but I guess that doesn't work for us. I'm going to pick up this food over here because we don't know what kind of situation we're going to be in once we leave this area and we get to the next part. If there even is a next part, I guess would be my point. Looks like it's a little chilly in here. It's -8 degrees inside of here. That's actually pretty bad. So let's raise our temperature by whipping out the torch, which I already did. I'm not behind on my commentary. Every time I do that, every time I do something and then I commentate on it afterwards, people are like, I think the audio's out of sync on this one, man. I'm like, no, I just kind of commentated slowly on it. I mean, sometimes the audio is out of sync because that's just the sort of slipshod piece of shit YouTuber I am. But, oh, don't do that. Please don't. What the Dude, did you just drop grenades on me? These aliens. What in the hell? I don't think I want to step inside of there. It looks like it's tracking me. I think that's a targeting reticle right there. Yeah, I think if it rotates around and you're inside the green... Well, I was testing it. I wanted to see what would happen. Oh. It looks like it's not a booby trap. Maybe it's just like a surveillance system or something? I have no clue. No way. Is that Odarsum? This game has like a vaguely Stargate feeling to it, doesn't it? It's wild. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to first stall. We got milestones. So that's the Hallway of Darkness 1. Not going to get ahead of myself. No! Oh no! I'm gonna have to tack this onto the back end of the last episode too. Alright, fine then, whatever. My name is Splattercat, Solus Project. I wanted to go talk to it. We found one of the aliens, man! We found him! And he had like an Anubis hat on. Shit was getting Stargate up inside of here. Man, some of the best times in gaming was me playing Stargate on the Sega Genesis. I will see you all next time. Thanks for coming to the Nerdcastle for our playthrough of the Solus Project. It was a blast. I'm just going to tack this one onto the back end of the last episode, I guess. Bye, everybody.